Hello and welcome to Spring Commander Forge Alliance. This is a classic game on Arctic Refuge between SvetovoiDim and TA4Life. This is 2008 on the ladder. One of my personal favorite maps. Here we see TA4Life going with the second air. The ACU is going to go to the middle. Of course, a whole bunch of civs, and a lot of the early game is all about what happens in the middle with the civs. Of course, it is a 2v2 map usually. A square. And Svetovoi still hasn't decided what his second factor is going to be, but 5 pigeons. Some engineers moving out. First 2 engineers, looks like 2 scouts. Then a couple of flares for TA4Life. Scouts moving out in either direction. Looking for any raids, which we do see some auroras, but looks like an aurora and a scout are going to defend this engineer. We're also seeing an attack move here from Svetovoi. Is going to pick up a little bit of mass. There is mass scattered all over this map that you can pick up. Flares going in either direction. But we'll see what happens with the second air from TA4Life. 5 pigeons, and we are seeing engineer just reclaiming stuff. And that's successful defense there from Svetovoi against the scout, but this flare is still alive. We'll try to avoid this aurora. Up on the other side we also see a scout plus an aurora. But once again an engineer protected by a tank and a scout. So very good defensive play there from Svetovoi. Land factory now for Svetovoi. He's got 2 land factories, working on a third. ACU for TA4Life also going to get a good factory. So you can see both players playing very similar. Now we see interceptors for TA4Life getting some scouting information, and this engineer for Svetovoi very lucky. Good defense from that aurora, 5 health left, but still a flare in the back here for TA4Life. TA4Life similarly protecting an engineer with an aurora. Both players getting all this free mass. And now some auroras going to the top looking for any expansion. A pretty good force here from Svetovoi. That TA4Life runs into a point defense, got some arty here. Take out the point defense. Does so successfully. Svetovoi also has some artillery. And here on this map what you gotta do is you gotta get behind the civs so the point defense stops shooting you. And looks like on the bottom here an engineer for TA4Life has pretty ambitious plans, but a superior force for Svetovoi. Now both players gotten into the middle here at coming up minute 6, have destroyed all the point defenses, and now it's a reclaiming competition. Those Tech 2 powers are both destroyed. It looks like TA4Life is going to get a little more mass. Let's grab it all before it's going to give him a pretty good advantage. Always got to be very careful. Superior force there for Svetovoi. So looking at the reclaim, 1200 for Svetovoi, TA4Life 3300. Here on the bottom it looks like definite advantage for Svetovoi, but he just lost an engineer. A nice raiding force here from TA4Life. Bombers not coming out for Svetovoi. Of course in an Aeon battle bombers are so crucial. Single bomb can do a lot of damage. Interceptors for TA4Life. Kill at least 1 bomber, but here the bomber has found a raiding group. Should see a response here from Svetovoi. And an engineer here for TA4Life gets a raider, is going to run into the forest. So it looks like in terms of map control very even. It'll be a battle that's very important here. Both players sending units to the top corner. Maybe a little more for TA4Life, but this one's a little quicker. See point defense after a raider for TA4Life. And this successful raiding group for TA4Life going after the mass extractor instead of other tanks pays the price, but the mass extractor is taken out. Interceptors for TA4Life on the bottom. And looking at the bases, we're seeing Tech 2 for TA4Life has also got a whole bunch of Tech 1 planned. His ACU is not really doing too much. Svetovoi taking over the middle. TA4Life completely gave up the middle there. Now we got a battle up on top. Of point defense is going to be very crucial. It looks like numbers for TA4Life should be able to hold on to the top, but good rating here for Svetovoi. One great thing about this map, so many different positions you can have battles. And this can be very bad for TA4Life here at the back door. He is going to send units back there. But we'll see what this Tech 2 does. Looking at TA4Life, some Tech 2 mask extractors, getting yet another one. For Svetovoi, does not have any Tech 2 mask. Actually, it does have one. And here at the back door, looks like TA4Life, instead of playing defense, is going on a raid, but he has lost his top corner. But he is destroying the bottom corner, so I'm seeing 3 separate forces for TA4Life and another one here in the middle. Similarly for Svetovoi, he's got multiple forces. So on this map, everything is kind of intertwined. Looks like more air for TA4Life. Continues to scout here, middle 11. And here Aurora on Aurora, it's all about numbers and radar, of course. Looks like TA4Life not paying attention, letting this force sneak in behind. It's not going to be good. Tech 2 engineers getting Tech 2 power. And this completely belongs to TA4Life, but no engineers in that position. Here's a raiding force going into the corner for TA4Life. And elsewhere, once again, Aurora and Aurora action. It's a very important raiding group here, taking out mask extractors. And finally, an engineer is going to try to take the bottom for TA4Life. The middle has been completely dominated by Svetovoi for extra mask extractors. Once that ACU leaves, these Auroras should do some damage. Also shield, and the shields make Auroras much more powerful, of course. Make any unit much more powerful, but a unit like Aurora, so little health but good range with the shield, is just a great combination. We also seen Obsidians coming out. 4 mask extractors taken out. Interesting, that was very good timing there for TA4Life. As soon as the ACU left, not really sure you need that to go in there like that. Don't see any radar. And competition here between engineers that TA4Life is going to win. And here at the back door, looks like that force from TA4Life was put out of its misery. And another engineer competition, perhaps, for the 2 players. Now TA4Life is going to try to kite his Auroras. Svetovoi back in the middle is going to retake those mass spots. The shield together with some Auroras is going to be doing raiding. It looks like some capturing now from Svetovoi. There's a point defense here that's very important, but there is a little bit of artillery and scouts. Of course, here on the bottom, all kinds of problem for TA4Life. Still hasn't built his mask extractors, and here it looks like a superior force for Svetovoi, and an engineer here as well. Still very much an even game. We are seeing Tech 2 from Svetovoi getting some Obsidians. But up on top, this could be a nice force together with the shields and some Obsidians rolling through the top, but in the middle, that could be trouble. TA4Life once again goes in the middle, is going to take out a couple of mask extractors, but a response here with some Tech 2 units. This will be interesting. Shields in Tech 1 versus Tech 1. And here on the bottom, this is Obsidian leading the charge. A whole bunch of Auroras. TA4Life is going to have to retreat, putting some more units in that direction. We're now seeing Tech 2 air going to Tech 3 for TA4Life. A lot of build, actually Tech 3 land. Getting some Harveys here, minute 15, but so it looks like both Tech 3 air and Tech 3 land. Maybe it'd be better to focus on one of them. Still a single Tech 2 power, no TMD. Pretty big vulnerability there from TA4Life. And perhaps it's a very early Tech 3 rush. Could be a problem there. We do see some Harveys. They are seeing the forces for TA4Life get thinner and thinner as he basically stopped making Tech 1. but he's got to get that Harvey out into the battle. Looks like the Harvey is going to go down, try to protect the bottom part. TA4Life losing the middle position. And more engineers capturing here. So Svetova has been capturing stuff all over the map, and then here the shielded force meeting a pretty terrible fate against the Obsidians. Once again, TA4Life is going to go into the corner to die. Then here, Tech 2 versus Tech 1, the Auroras. He's Obsidian in close range. Should be one shot, one kill. And where's the Harvey to save the day? It's kind of lost. Looks like he did some damage here up on top. Still no kills, however. Another Harvey up on top. So TA4Life, after a really good start, got this Tech 3, but not really using it. Total map control now for Svetova. And here in Aurora together with the shield, see 6 kills. It's going to be very difficult to kill. Of course, those Obsidian will do it. And now Restorers for TA4Life, plus another Tech 2 power. Sitting on not too much mass here. Engineer trying to get a little more of those wrecks. And now retreat for Svetova. TA4Life trying to get a secret base going. These Harveys together should make a nice push here. Of course, the ACU for Svetova would be a good counter to the Harveys. It'd be nice to see a Harvey or two through the top as well. And a whole bunch of units not going down. And Svetova retreating back to base. It's a funny standoff here. But we'll see what these Restorers can do. Restorer is not going to move in. Of course, looking at Svetovoid's base, he only has Tech 1 air. Finally going Tech 3. This Restorer is going to be very difficult to counter. Don't see too much Tech 2 flak actually at all. Some Tech 1 flak. Of course, the Restorer, excellent anti-air. Is not going to loop for any good targets. A good target would be the ACU. These Harveys completely unused. 3 Harveys. Forgetting that they're the best units on the field. Another Restorer going to the top now. Now we're seeing this Restorer, 10 kills. Taking on a whole bunch of Tech 1. Tech 1 interceptors, 14 kills. And that Restorer is taken out. Bit of a waste. Now we might see Harveys versus Tech 2. Looks like the Harveys are used to reclaim. And finally might get some kills. Such a big investment for this Tech 3 land, and it hasn't paid off for TA4Life. Now we are seeing this pretty big force through the middle. And Restorer together with a bunch of interceptors. Also kind of stuck there. So it looks like TA4Life is running out of coffee at this stage, and it's really sad to see a Harvey retreat like this. More Harveys. Completely giving up all position. We are now seeing Harveys for Svetova, and at this point, as soon as there are Harveys, the whole advantage is going to be lost. The Restorer finally goes to work, doing some raiding. But a whole bunch of units now moving in for TA4Life, getting some Tech 1 point defenses. But now these Harveys should be able to defend. One of those Harveys actually dies. And here at the back door. This could actually be good for TA4Life. If he's able to survive, it's going to be a lot of wrecks. Meanwhile, he does have a Restorer doing raiding up on top. But big losses there. Tech 2 power is lost, which means these Restorers are going to be much more difficult to create. But so far, Harvey's doing a great job. Playing good defense, but major losses with that Tech 2 power. All that's left is Tech 1 for TA4Life. Restorer with 19 kills. Engineers for TA4Life trying to get back a little bit of that map. 20 kills on the Restorer plus some ASF. Looks like total loss of fuel on those interceptors. And then here come the interceptors once again. Targeting the Restorer. More interceptors moving into that position. Now we're seeing a pretty big force plus Tech 2 flak. That's a very dangerous force for those restorers. TA4Life, now I don't know where he's getting his power, but this is not a good situation. Trying to rebuild some mass extractors, engineer fight here. SvetovoiDim keeps on capturing the mass extractors back. Tech 2 mass extractors destroyed. And now you can see the flak demolishes the Tech 1 force. Multiple Harpies, and you can see with power problems the Harpies are not as good. The shield 39,000 health and regular health is only 2,000. So when you have power problems the Harpies are not that good. TA4Life trying to rebuild his power, but so much drain from that air factor should be paused. And now here come the forces from SvetovoiDim, no problems with power. Looking back at base, got some Tech 2. A lot of build capacity on his land factory. TA4Life getting some more point defenses up. This will be a perfect time to attack for SvetovoiDim, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And tragedy here for these Harpies. Finally the Tech 2 power, very timely Tech 2 power. TA4Life gets a little too close to those Harpies. Barely survives with 500 health. TA4Life forced to throw his Harpies into the mix. Actually he's able to play pretty good defense there. Some Tech 2 point defense here as well. Able to survive. Restorer is still doing good damage elsewhere. TA4Life here under 1,000 health in the back, and Harvey's not microed. More Harveys moving in. Restore's not moving in, trying to play defense, but of course this flak right here should be destroyed first. Trying to kill the TA4Life, forced to pull these Restorers back. 40 kill Restorer about to be killed. And once again TA4Life loses his Tech 2 power. His Restorer survives with 43 kills, but took a lot of damage, more Tech 2 flak. And this is really everything going bad now for TA4Life. Here in minute 28. SvetovoiDim continues to make Harpies. Restore at the back door. He's going to try to play some defense, but there is Tech 2 flak here as well, which means this Restorer is going to die. Big loss there for TA4Life. Elsewhere, good rating from SvetovoiDim with this map control now. SvetovoiDim very good control of this game. More Tech 2 engineers for TA4Life. He's going to try to get power and shields. Another force being built up here by SvetovoiDim here at the back door. We're seeing total map control is lost. TA4Life basically sitting on a Tech 1 mask extractor that's being upgraded. And yeah, these basically no mass whatsoever for TA4Life. Total economic disaster. Now the Harveys are going to move in and put TA4Life out of his misery. He's going to move in, try to overcharge, but of course he got no power to do so. And this game is over at 30 minutes. Very well played by SvetovoiDim. Hopefully people enjoyed this one.